All right, for 11.3, we're finding the area of the rhombus. The rhombus is 1/2 diagonal 1 times diagonal 2. So both of the diagonals are given. So we're doing 1/2 of 12 times 9. So I'm type that straight into my calculator like that, and I get 54. This is in meters, so meters squared. The area of the rhombus is 74. What is the value of D2? So D2 is going this way. We know that in a rhombus, diagonals get split in half. So if this is 8, this is also 8. So we know that D1 is 16. If the area is 74, we're going to set this up like this. So if I simplify on this side, I would get 8D, and then I'm going to divide both sides by 8. So 9.25 would be my missing diagonal. This one says to the nearest square centimeter, what is the area of the kite? Given MR is 18, so that's right here, and EO is 30. So EO goes from here to here, so that would be one of our diagonals. In a kite, we know that this diagonal is cut in half, so this part would be 18. So our second diagonal is 36. So we can do 1/2 of 36 times 30, which this isn't drawn to scale obviously, but that's okay. We can't assume things are drawn to scale. So we're going to multiply those two together, the 1/2, the 36, and the 30, and we get 540. Number 4, what is the area of the trapezoid? So for a trapezoid, we do 1/2 the height times the sum of the bases. On our diagram, we can see that the height is 10.4. The bases are 12 and 5.6. So we need to do what's inside the parentheses first. So we've got 17.6 inside the parentheses, and then we just multiply all of that together. So I've got 91.52, and this is yards squared. Okay, next we have a kite. The diagonals are marked, so we do 1/2 and we multiply our diagonals together. So that's going to give us a total of 130, and it's just units squared. Next we have a rhombus because all the sides are marked the same. This diagonal would equal 12. This diagonal would equal 16. So we're going to do 1/2 of 12 times 16. So we get 96. In this diagram, this diagonal is 14, this diagonal is 15. So we've got 1/2 of 14 times 15. That gives us 105. Number 8, the area of the trapezoid is 3,500 feet. What's the measure of the height? So if I say 3,500 equals 1/2 of h times 60 plus 80, I have to simplify what I can. So 3,500 equals half of 140 times h. So this side would give me 70h. And then I'm going to go ahead and divide 3,500 by 70, and I get 50 is h. Number 9, it's kind of hard to tell, but this part outside here is the shaded part. So we're basically doing rectangle minus circle. Rectangle is just base times height, so just 18 times 8, 144. Circle is pi r squared, so 3.14 times 3 squared, so 3.14 times 9, and that gives us 28.26. So rectangle minus circle, we're subtracting these two answers. And we get 115.74. And this is in inches squared. The shaded region here would be square minus circle. This square would be 12 times 12, so that's 144. This circle would have a radius of 6, so that's going to be pi times 6 squared. I'm going to have to do the radius squared first, so that's 36 and times 3.14. So I've got 144 minus 13.04, and that gives me 30.96. All right, this figure, I've got a rectangle plus a semicircle. The rectangle is 3 times 2. This semicircle would have a radius of 1, so pi times 1 squared, so 3.14 times 1, because 1 squared is just 1. So that's going to give me 9.14. Number 12. It says Mike is remodeling his kitchen. The countertop he wants costs $270 per square foot. How much will Mike have to spend on his remodeling project? So I'm going to have to cut this into 2 rectangles. The area of this rectangle is 2 times 6, which is 12. The area of this rectangle is also 2 times 6, which is 12. So if I have the total area, it would be these two added together. And then the cost is going to be 24 times the 270. So $64.80. Mike is remodeling his kitchen. The countertop he wants costs $1.35 per square foot. Find the area and calculate how much will Mike have to spend on his remodeling project. So if I split this up into different shapes, this one is 4 by 8, which is 32. I know this whole distance is 9. Up to here is 4. Up to here is 3 more. So far, this is 7. That leaves this distance to be 2. This distance would have to be 8. So this is 2 times 8, which is 16. This middle part is going to be 3 times 2, which is 6. So I've got 16, 6, and 32. And I have to add all those together. So I've got 54 for the area. This is in feet, so feet squared. And then if I want to figure out the cost, I have to multiply that by the cost. So 72.9 is my cost. We're going to stop the video here and start a second video.